Hi Aries, welcome to your July 2020 Taroscope with me, Raphael from Radiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So here we are, right? We are on the we're on the other end of this year, right? We now step into the second half of 2020, so we're stepping into the end game. Right, so let's have a look, see what is coming up for you over the course of July for your actions and interactions with the world at large. This month, my dear Aries, you get... All right, so you've got the Six of Pentacles. All right, so this is good, right? Your actions and interactions with the world at large. This is about what you do. It's about how you show up. Now, the Six of Pentacles is all about, it can be about charity. It can also be about giving. It can also be about balanced, you know, where you find the balance between giving and taking. And because this is in your actions, it does look like you are trying to create your own, it's almost like you're trying to create more self-sustainability, right? And that's what I feel from this, because I don't feel like it's you giving to somebody and I don't feel like it's you taking from anybody. I actually feel like this is you going through the process of figuring out, how do I disconnect, maybe disconnect from the job, maybe no longer working for a company. What is it going to take when it comes to the resources, when it comes to the finances, for me to emancipate myself from a larger organization? There's a lot of people doing this at the moment and it looks like you're being really proactive about it, right? Because this is in your action sector. It's all about what you do. It's about how you show up. The other thing as well with this Six of Pentacles, it can, because sometimes it can be about where you are maybe assuming too much responsibility for other people, or where somebody is where you're leaning too heavily on someone. So this is the big thing for you to ask yourself. I mean, I get it, right? So this month you're going to start looking at ways you can emancipate yourself. Maybe the lockdown has revealed to you that you actually love being your own boss, that you are proactive enough to do your own thing. And it's like, right, okay, how do I now transition out of working for somebody else, you know, and living that whole paycheck to paycheck lifestyle, and how do I start generating my own income and start becoming my own person and also my own boss? But it is going to reveal to you, or rather this month itself is going to reveal to you, where it is that you may not be ready to make those moves yet. So consider this a month to do the research, right? Consider this is a month to do the this is a month to sort of pave the way in terms of the learning, right? In terms of what you need to know to make those kind of moves. And I am getting an interruption from that card as well. I actually feel like across the world, this month we are very likely to see you know, we might start to get more glimpses into you know, where the money is uneven, basically. I mean, a lot of this is coming out now anyway, right? And we saw this with a lot of the astrological activations earlier in the year. I just feel like this is going to be even more so as we go forward. For your money and materials, you have the King of Wands. Now, I see this card as being ruled by Aries anyway, so I absolutely love this card for you. It means that you're being very proactive about your money this month, really taking time to look at your budget, to look at what it is that you're spending money on. This will see you as well being ready to put your money where your mouth is. This is going to see you really, in a lot of ways, very dynamic. You know, for a lot of you as well, check this out. Right, you've got the Six of Pentacles next to the King of Wands. This could be you doing some charity work, right? So before I said that, it didn't feel like that to me, but now that I see this together with it, it does look like this month you could be doing some sort of charity work. Maybe you're doing some sort of outreach. Maybe you're providing a safe space for people to voice their opinions. It could be anything like that. And it does look like this month you're putting your money where your mouth is. This is about you being really proactive and saying, right, okay, in order to start my own business or become my own boss, I'm going to need A, B, and C. This is how much I've got saved already. What can I do about getting the other half? It's going to see you really kind of on that that momentum of building what it is that you want, building what it is that you need. So I like this for you. Now, the other thing is as well, because it's the King of Wands, remember this is all about being seen, it's all about being visible. So a lot of you could be working out this month, you know, you might be looking at that, or maybe you have some opportunity to be more visible, right? So you could be, you know, you could be going into something for, you know, for one thing and come out of it with something completely different. So the beauty of Aries energy, you guys like to be up front and center anyway, right? You're very much forerunners, you're very pioneering energy, you don't mind being the first one to do anything because you're really brave, right? But this month it looks like the visibility that comes, it's kind of like you just going about your daily duties, or you doing whatever it is that you felt to do, and you know, through that you get noticed, you get headhunted, or something of that kind of nature. Now, your money and materials is also your health and your home. Home looks good, right? But it does look like you are either opening your doors to somebody this month, or you are welcoming somebody in. There's something about your home that sees it going from being your own to being sort of a place where people are going to gather and connect. It looks like you will be providing a safe space or a safe haven in some respect for somebody. You know, I can't tell you exactly who, and it will probably be different for all of you anyway. With your, in regards to your health, health looks good this month. It looks like you've got a lot of energy, a lot of vitality, which is interesting as well, right? Because I mean, I don't know what the date is that Mars moves into Aries, but it's coming up. So at the time that I'm filming this, Mars is currently in Pisces. So it's interesting to see this come up, because it looks like your health throughout all of July is actually going to be very good, which is really nice, you know. For your communications and conversations, you have the Four of Wands. You've got some great news on its way to you. It does look like in some way, shape or form, you are either being celebrated, maybe you're gaining an accolade or a new title of some sort. It's definitely possible. It may very well be that the news comes in, gives you a cause for celebration, and sees you really, I mean, look at this, Four of Wands right next to you. That is good news on your head, right? This is good news. This is all about you, and it's coming from I don't feel like this is you know, like a family member or something. I mean, for some of you it could be, you know, for some of you it could be that a step or a move that you've decided to make in terms of your profession, in terms of your work, now starts to yield results, you know, quite quickly, which is nice. But you've got some really great news on its way to you, and it is something that's going to give you cause for celebration. Now, I kind of feel like for a lot of you, this is very likely to come over the phone, but it will see you celebrating in person. So whatever it is that the news comes in, it's going to see you kind of saying, well, you know what, this is great. How do I share this with my people? Or how can I expand it in some way? And it does, it looks like you yourself, you're being celebrated. Something about you, something about what you've done. Maybe it's that you know, for those of you that are readers, intuitive, spiritual types, I mean, you're all spiritual in some way, shape or form if you're here, right? But yeah, it looks like in some, maybe a prediction that you made comes true this month, you know, or comes to pass. But you are being celebrated or accoladed in some way, shape or form, which is very exciting. It looks like communications are going to be easy this month as well, and it also looks like you are, again, I don't know, I just keep hearing these words, safe space, speak easy, and it's like you're providing a space or a platform for other people to speak their truth, to be honest and open about how they feel, and it's just really well received. For your love and relations, you have the King of the Knight of Pentacles even, which is really nice actually. For those of you that are single, it does suggest that some sort of travel that takes place this month is very likely to reveal to you some gorgeous, and look, the travel, right? And look at this, the travel that you're taking has something to do with the good news or the celebration that is taking place, but it's something to do with you. So maybe you're being presented with an award, maybe you're being, you know, maybe you know, if you've gone for a book deal, this could be the month that you get it. whatever it is, it's something that truly makes you smile, right? But because for those of you that are single, it looks like you're meeting this person in your travels to this celebration. So there's some sort of event that is taking place for you guys this month that you're going to be going to, and at that place, if you're single, or maybe even if you're not, I don't know, you know, you might be one of those. And at that place, right, you're meeting somebody in the course of doing whatever it is that you're doing, and whoever it is, this is going to be somebody that is very steady. This is somebody that will be the foundation to your firecracker, and when you can get that balance right, it's really powerful. For those of you that are already partnered, it looks like you and your partner are doing some sort of travel together this month that is just going to really, it's just going to be great. It's going to put you in a really good stead, and you will be feeling absolutely brilliant for it. So for your first week of the month, this week, you have the Chariot card, right? So there's definitely some sort of personal success coming in this month, right? And the Chariot card underneath the Six of Pentacles, this is about you championing something, and it does look like a lot of you will either be starting a personal business or certainly laying the foundations this month. For a lot of you, whatever charity work you've got going on, it looks like you're really gonna, maybe that's it as well. Maybe you decide to do some sort of charity work this month and you go above and beyond, or you hit some crazy target and everyone's like, oh my gosh, like, wow, how did you do that? It's definitely possible. Your Chariot card is always, you know, yes, it's victory and success and all those things, but it's also conquering aspects of yourself. Now, remember earlier I said to you, this is about you figuring out what you need, what you don't need, and where it is that you might, you know, what your own shortcomings are in terms of, because it's all well and good, right? Everybody says, oh, you know, I'd love to work for myself. I'll give you an example, and I have a friend who recently phoned me up and was like, I don't know how you do it. You know, I've been working at home, from home, like with my actual job, and I just can't seem to keep myself motivated. So this week, you know, this first week of the month, you could really be figuring out what are the things or the habits that you need to break within yourself in order to be truly successful. That is so weird, I swear to you. On the iPad, as I'm looking at it, it was like the King of Wands just went like up in flames. That is so weird. Yeah, so I mean, I'm sure it's a good thing, but it just really creeped me out because I was like, maybe it was the light as I was moving, but it wasn't. Wow. So yeah, very exciting. Your second week of the month, you have the Emperor card. Look at that. You show up in all your power. This could be a great month for your finances. Now, I do believe, because remember I said there's something happening on the wider world stage, I do believe we're probably going to see something big happening with the financial system over the course of July. I do feel like we're going to see something happening with the banks. We're very likely to be something, I don't know, it's almost like there's going to be some sort of big change or some sort of glitch that is going to come up over the month of July. So just keep an eye out, and if you do happen to see this in the news or whatever, please post it in the comments. I love hearing those validations. On a personal level though, your money looks good, your finances look good, your home even looks good, and it looks like you really are fighting a true cause. It's like you're being really honest and open with everything. There could be some sort of personal windfall that comes in, or maybe even you know, this accolade or presentation that happens for you boosts your income in some way, shape or form. Really, really nice. I really love this for you guys. When it comes to your home, home again looks strong. When it comes to your physical health and vitality, this second week of the month looks absolutely brilliant. This is where you're kind of getting your mojo back. For your third week of the month, you have the Hierophant card right underneath the Four of Wands. So the good news that's coming in, right, because look at this, you've got the Hierophant card next to the Emperor. That's something big happening on the wider world stage. I know that because the Hierophant card is the wider world society, so it's people in general. So there's definitely something big happening on the wider world stage around the second or third week of July. On a personal level, you've got the Hierophant under the Four of Wands, right? This is nice because it kind of looks like you're getting some sort of recognition from a boss, from an authority figure, maybe from your company in general. And it's interesting, right? Because just as you're starting to figure out that you're actually ready to leave that kind of thing behind, it looks like you're getting some sort of support or some sort of, you know, big sort of celebration or hoo-ha to say how wonderful you are. So maybe this is what you're questioning here, right? Is, you know, do I stay just because they're being nice to me at the moment, or do I still, you know, do I take that and just consider what my exit strategy is going to be? For your fourth week of the month, you have the Temperance card, right? So definitely a rebalancing of relationships. And also it looks like a lot of you have done a lot of work on a personal level to welcome in a relationship. And that hard work is going to pay off. This month, I actually feel like you're going to see some sort of rewards for that. So for those of you that are single, that have been trying to manifest a relationship, it looks like you really have done the work. For those of you that are partnered already, it looks like you guys are finally getting the time, the space, the you know, yeah, it's just like your relationship gets its zing back, you know, it gets its sparkle back, which is nice. And then finally, your key to the month. What is it that you really need to know at this moment in time? And it is the Knight of Wands. Passion, fire, feistiness and vitality, but also being ready to move, right? So you've got two knights here. Two knights in a tarot spread represents intimacy. So it looks like for those of you that are single and partnered, your relationship definitely improves this month, which is great. The other thing is as well, right? It looks like you've got a Sagittarius person here that's coming in that you might be connecting with. Something to consider, because there's a lot of Sag energy here, right? You've got the Temperance card, you've got the Knight of Wands, and then you've got the King of Wands. That's a lot of Sagittarius energy. Remember, your King of Wands can be Aries, Leo, or Sag, but, you know, I'm just saying there's a lot of Sag energy here, but you definitely come up as yourself, right? Which is really nice. This is going to be a great month. I think this month, though, you're going to have to do what it is that you're known for, right? You're going to have to do. No more talking, no more planning, no more of any of that stuff. Just jump in, do what you need to do, and figure the rest out on the way. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic month. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.